Hello and welcome. My name is Rashi Mogha and I'm your host for this Empowered Women of the World podcast. This podcast is for you. It is for me and it is for all women who want to take charge of their career and happiness. In this weekly podcast, we'll talk about technology, we'll talk about leadership, and we will talk about mindfulness. We'll talk about how you can discover, visualize, and actualize your success, whatever that means to you. We will also talk about our common opponent, the conscious and unconscious bias which we deal with on daily basis, and we'll share ways to navigate work politics. At the end of each podcast, I will share with you a tip or a resource that you can use to be successful. It's going to be a fun ride, so hop on and join me on this journey every week. Now, today's podcast is on a sensitive topic: how to support your friends or dear ones if they lose their job. Now, in the past couple of months, a few of my friends have been impacted by organizational restructuring. Just today, I read a post on LinkedIn about layoffs at MGM resorts. And it's a really sad situation when somebody loses their jobs, because while for organizations, restructuring and layoffs might be a business need, for people who get affected, it's a life-shattering event. It not only impacts them and their families financially, in the sense that, where will the medical insurance come from? Who will pay for the mortgage? What does our financial support system look like for next few months? But it also impacts them emotionally. For many people, losing a job is like losing their identity. And that's why the impact of job loss is so intense that therapists put it in the category of a life tragedy. But you know what? At Empowered Women of the World, we are a tribe. We are building a strong network where women support women. We help each other and we come together to lift each other up. So here are some ways that you can use to support a loved one who recently lost their job. Now, first is don't assume that you know exactly how they feel. And don't say, I know how you feel, because you really don't know how the job loss actually affects your friends. It might be a shock for them, a devastation, or sometimes just a relief from stressful situation for them. Instead, just ask, how can I help? Let them tell you how you can support them. Second is to listen to them. Now, everyone processes grief and loss differently. Ask your friend how they are feeling and the emotions that they are going through. Don't offer advice and don't say it was for better. Just listen to them. Third is to give them time to process the loss. While you might be ready to roll up your sleeves and rework their resume and start asking your connections to help your friend to find a new job, your friend might just want to take a couple of weeks off doing nothing and dealing with the grief and processing the loss. So give them time. And then fourth one is to let them know that you want to give them space. Let them know that you are in a standby mode and you will be ready to help them when they are ready. Tell them that you can help them connect with other people in your network or prepare for interviews or be a reference, but they need to tell you when they are ready. Now, while losing a job can be devastating, having supportive friends or a tribe like eWOW can make all the difference. I hope you find these tips useful and can comfort a loved one if there is a situation like this. And today's free resource for you is a link to Leadership Affirmations Alexa skill to help you keep a positive outlook towards life. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you so much for loving, liking, supporting, and sharing this podcast. Remember, sharing is caring. I love your feedback, emails, and messages, so please keep them coming. We now have an audience spanning across 20 countries, and our tribe is growing. Yay! I look forward to seeing you again in our next podcast. Till then, keep empowering the world.